Kings 18:7-11 says, "Now as Obadiah was on his way, suddenly Elijah met him, and he recognized him and fell on his face and said, 'Is that you, my lord Elijah?' And he answered him, 'It is I. Go, tell your master Elijah is here.' And so he said, 'How have I sinned that you are delivering your servant into the hand of Ahab to kill me? As the Lord your God lives, there is no nation or kingdom where my master has not sent someone to hunt for you.' And when they said, 'He is not here,' he took an oath from the kingdom or nation that they could not find you. And now you say, 'Go, tell your master, Elijah is here.'" 1. Canonical setting and flow. In canonical context, 1 Kings 18 is part of a larger biblical narrative addressing God's sovereignty, prophetic authority, and Israel's covenant infidelity. It comes at a time when Israel, under King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, has fallen deeply into idolatry, particularly the worship of Baal. This passage introduces a dramatic turning point that leads to the showdown on Mount Carmel v. 2040, where Elijah calls down fire from heaven to demonstrate that Yahweh alone is God. Placement in the prophetic tradition. Elijah appears here as one of the prototypical Old Testament prophets, bold, confrontational, yet hidden until God's appointed time. Obadiah, a lesser-known character, is caught in the tension between faithfulness to God and loyalty to a corrupt king. This moment is part of the prophetic tradition where God's messengers are called to confront kings, like Nathan to David or Jeremiah to Zedekiah, often at great personal risk. This section upholds the theme of the prophet as God's mouthpiece, even when confronting dangerous political structures. 3. Theological significance within the canon. Elijah's sudden reappearance after a time of hiding, Sif, 1 Kings 17, echoes the biblical motif of God's servant emerging from obscurity to confront evil at a divine moment, Moses returning to Egypt, Jesus beginning his public ministry. Obadiah's fear represents the struggle of believers trying to survive under godless leadership, showing that even faithful servants may feel trapped or helpless. God's sovereignty is underscored. Despite Jezebel's killing of prophets, God preserved Elijah and protected Obadiah, showing that his purposes will not be silenced by political power or spiritual corruption. Canonical echoes and forward connections. Earlier canonical echoes. Later, canonical reflections. Moses confronting Pharaoh, Exodus 5-11. Jesus confronting temple authorities, John 2:2, Luke 19. Samuel warning about kingship, 1 Samuel 8. John the Baptist preparing the way for judgment, Luke 3. Prophets hidden in caves, 1 Kings 18-4. Early Christians hiding during persecution, Acts. God revealing himself through prophets, Hebrews 1:1. God spoke through the prophets. Elijah's role here prepares the way for his appearance with Moses at the Transfiguration, Matzot 17:3, symbolizing the law and the prophets, both pointing to Christ. Summary of canonical purpose. 1 Kings 18:7-11 fits canonically as a pivotal moment that highlights the tension between true worship and false religion, introduces God's prophet as a divine disruptor in a culture of compromise, prepares the reader for divine vindication through the miraculous showdown that follows. It serves as a microcosm of the prophetic task to speak truth, challenge power, and restore the people to covenant faithfulness.